Hello students. Today we shall discuss about the financial statements of a company. As we know, this is very important topic, and this is very important for the investors' point of view also. So the final accounts of the companies means accounting statements are very much important for different parties from different point of view from different angles, especially the investors, shareholders, and other stakeholders who are very much interested in the company, knowing the financial position and the profitability of the companies. There is section 2 subsection 40 of Companies Act 2013, which says that there is a requirement of making all these accounts, the balance sheet, profit and loss account, the cash flow statement, and all other things that is under section 2 subsection 40. And in section 128 of the Companies Act 2013, this is the statutory obligation of the companies to prepare the annual or the final accounts of the companies, financial statements of the companies. And under section 129, it is expected that the companies will present true and fair picture of the business. And similarly, section 133 is asking about the compliance with the accounting standards. And there is section 132, according to this, that the central government may by notification constitute a national financial reporting authority to provide for the matters relating to the accounting and auditing standards under this act. So there are many other acts sections which are very important for making the final accounts of the companies, but especially these are the main sections which are the pillars of making final accounts of the companies. Next, when we talk of the annual accounts or the financial statements, this is the end product of the accounting process. We know that we have written that the all the informations, all the transactions, and now this is the end product of the accounting process. And similarly, we want to know two things: the financial position and the profitability. And there are various types of persons or the stakeholders or the shareholders who want to know what is the financial position and the profitability of the company under consideration. When we talk of the nature of the accounting statements, financial statements, at that time there are four things which are considered, that is recorded facts and accounting conventions, accounting concepts, and personal judgments. So all these four things make the nature of the accounting statements accordingly, financial statements accordingly. And if the recorded facts are good, fair and true, accounting conventions are followed, concepts are followed, the personal judgment is very good, at that time ultimately a good product will be there before the shareholders and other stakeholders. When we talk of the application and the uh, of the of this act, this is applicable to all the companies except the banking, insurance, etc., for which the special format or other schedules, etc., are being prescribed by the law, respective law. And the accounting standards, as we have already discussed, will be followed while preparing the annual accounts. The notes to the accounts will be there, and similarly there will be detail that appropriate information should be given so that the persons concerned who want to use these informations can make certain inferences, make certain conclusion regarding the concerned information. And similarly, we will be providing data for the current as well, means the current year as well as the previous years. And similarly, rounding off rules, there is a rule for the companies how they can round off the figures. And similarly, when we talk of the format, this is the vertical format. Instead of T shape, now it is in the vertical form. And if there is debit balance as negative figure surplus, we will be will be writing as the negative figure. This is was the introductory part. Format. What do we include? We shall discuss now. There is equity and liability. Number one, shareholders fund, share capital, reserve and surpluses, money received against share and warrants. When we talk of the share and reserves and surpluses, especially there are capital reserves, capital redemption reserve, securities premium reserve, debenture redemption reserve, revaluation reserve, capital option outstanding account, and many other reserves and surplus. So that is covered under reserve and surpluses. When we talk of the next thing, that is share application money pending allotment, that we have received the application money, but the allotment is not yet made. At that time we have the application money with us, so that is the liability, because it has not been transformed or transferred for the allotment. So that is also the liability of the company. We will be showing it. And similarly, non-current liabilities, long-term borrowings, deferred tax liabilities, other long-term liabilities, long-term provisions. Current liabilities, short-term borrowings, trade payables, other current liabilities, short-term provisions. Number two is assets. Non-current assets, fixed assets, tangible assets, intangible assets, capital work in progress, intangible assets under development, non-current investment, deferred tax assets net, long-term loans and advances, other non-current assets. Similarly, there are current assets, current investments, inventories, trade receivables, cash and cash equivalents, short-term loans and advances, other current assets. So it is all about the balance sheet different heads. Now the part 2 of the schedule is relating to the statement of profit and loss account. Name of the company, profit and loss statement for the year ended in rupees. This is the head because we are concerned with the revenue from operations and other incomes. So revenue from the operations, number 2 is other income, and number 3 is total revenue. 1 plus 2, revenue from operations plus other income is equal to total revenue. And number 4 is expenses. Now we shall deduct the expenses: cost of material consumed, purchases of stock in trade, changes in inventories of finished goods, work in progress and stock in trade, employees benefit expenses, finance cost, depreciation and amortization expenses, other expenses and total expenses. Is now after deducting expenses, we have profit before exceptional and extraordinary items and tax. Now we shall deal with the exceptional items, and after that we will be having profit before extraordinary items and tax. And now we will deal with extraordinary items, deduct extraordinary items, and we will be having profit before tax. Now tax expenses, that is the current tax and deferred tax both, and we will be having profit or loss for the period from continuing operation. But there may be certain discontinuing operations too. For that also we have to make the disclosure: profit and loss from the discontinuing operations and tax expenses of the discontinuing operations profit and loss from the discontinuing operations after tax, and after that there is profit and loss for the period from the continuing operation plus from the discontinuing operations, and after that we will be calculating earning per share, basic as well as diluted. So this is relating to the statement of profit and loss account. Now we shall discuss the balance sheet with a case. This is a case with us. Preliminary expenses, goodwill, discount on issue of shares, loose tools, debentures, motor vehicles, stock in trade, provision for tax, cash at bank, bills receivable. Now we shall recognize uh, preliminary expenses. We know that this is the non-current asset, and discount on issue of shares, this is also other non-current assets. In case of goodwill, this is intangible assets. Loose tools, it is inventories. 10% debentures, long-term borrowings. Motor vehicle, tangible assets. Stock in trade, we know inventories. Provision for tax, short-term provision. Cash at bank, cash and cash equivalents. And bills receivable, trade receivables. Now we have to identify the different items that belongs to different heads. So next time we shall put all these information, all these items with amount uh, in the given form. So this is the given format. We know in this case there is no information regarding shareholders funds, share capital, reserve and surplus, money received against shares, share application money and pending allotment. So this is nil. There is long term liability of 6 lakh. In current liabilities there is short term provisions worth rupees 48,000. And similarly there are assets. We know there are tangible assets 14,25,000. There is work in progress, intangible assets 90,000. There are other non-current assets 7,80,000. There are inventories 4,56,000. There are trade receivables 36,000. Cash and cash equivalents are for rupees 4,05,000. Now just we have put the data into the format, and this is all with the question. Now we shall make notes. Notes means the detail about the information we have put in the format. So there are 7 things. So it means there are 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Accordingly we will discuss it. Notes to the accounts, particulars amount. Long term borrowings 6 lakh, 10% debentures we know. Short term provisions 48,000, provision for taxation. And in case of fixed assets, there is tangible assets, motor vehicle 14 lakh 25,000 and goodwill 90,000. In other non current assets, there are preliminary expenses and discount on issue of debentures we know that 7,20,000 and 60,000, total are 7,80,000. In case of inventories, we have 2 things: stock in trade and loose tools, that is 4,20,000 and 36,000, total is 4,56,000. And last one is bills receivable. Bills receivable is 36,000. We also have cash and cash equivalents, that is cash and cash equivalents, cash at bank is 4,05,000. So this is the explanation of what we have filled in our format. Whatever the information we have, we will distinguish it, because sometimes we have to make both profit and loss account and balance sheet, and which item belongs to which format, whether this is related to the balance sheet or profit and loss account. Accordingly we will segregate the information and will put all these informations into the given format. We will be discussing the profit and loss final account in the next lecture. Thank you very much. Sabka pala ho. May all beings be happy. थैंक यू वेरी मच। शुक्रिया बहुत बहुत आपका।